JobTread just released their AI Connector update, and if you're a home remodeling contractor using JobTread, this is probably the most important update that they've had in quite a while. But before you get swept away by all the AI hype and how complex it can be, there are some things that you need to understand, because the way this actually works is not what most JobTread users were expecting. I'm Philip Sessions with Refined VA, and we help home remodeling companies implement and run JobTread. I've already gone through the announcement and a lot of the files that JobTread shared about what this AI connector is, and I want to give you the full breakdown in today's video. So first of all, let's clear up what this AI connector actually is and what it isn't. The AI connector is not actually built into JobTread. It's rather just a connector so you can use your favorite AI software that will work with JobTread. Think about your other connections like Google Drive or Gmail. Something like Claude or ChatGPT or Gemini can go into those resources, gather information, and bring it back inside ChatGPT, or they can go right, depending on the permissions you give, into those different softwares. And it's the same thing with JobTread. This is not native inside of JobTread, but you are able to go into JobTread from your AI software, gather information, it'll come back, ask questions, however you're prompting it, and then it can go right, if you give it that permission, inside of JobTread for things like estimates, creating jobs, creating customers, you name it. If you can prompt it properly, it will do that. But this is not inside of JobTread itself. It's inside of your AI software, and it pushes things over to JobTread, again, based on the permissions that you give. And there's 3 permissions that JobTread actually allowed. They have read only, read and write, read, write, and delete. So you need to make sure you decide which is the best for you. I recommend starting with read only, making sure that you have everything there. And before you go to the read and write, or the read, write, and delete, make sure you back up every single thing that you have, your cost catalogs, your cost groups, your jobs that are inside of JobTread. Make sure everything that you can back up is backed up before you get started on this AI connector with JobTread. And like I've already mentioned, because of this AI connector now, JobTread is that much more powerful. It was already a powerful software on its own, but now it's even more powerful because there's AI backing it up, being able to look inside of it, and you're able to leverage AI with all the information you already have within inside JobTread. JobTread talks about, and what they announced was that some of the cases that you could do is building faster estimates. Instead of starting from scratch or even starting from a template that you have, you can actually use AI to reference a past job, such as a bathroom remodel that you did at Jane Doe's house, and you're able to then bring those numbers into a new job and have that job already set up. Of course, you're going to want to make sure to double check that, but you're able to reference those old jobs, making your estimates faster. You're also able to analyze your budgets and job costs simply by asking AI questions such as, where did I lose margin on this job? Or where am I losing margin on this job? Maybe you're still working through that budget and you could see, where is the margin going to be lost on that future job coming up? Another one is generating proposals and client communication. You can go ahead and get that proposal prepared based on looking at past jobs inside of JobTread, and then you can also get it to prompt an email for you. Hey, I want to go ahead on this kitchen remodel, or so you'll ask AI, please draft me a proposal as well as an email response for me to send this proposal out to the client, so that way you don't have to type in every little word. Again, I'm going to keep repeating this. You want to double check all of this yourself. AI is not perfect. The way you prompt things can, even the same prompt can make a different response every single time. So you want to double check all of this no matter what. And the last one that they mentioned in the webinar is that you can get clarity on profits and margins in real time, which means you don't have to dig around in all of your past jobs or find reports. You just ask the AI and it's able to go inside your JobTread and extract that information for you. And you could even put it into a spreadsheet or some kind of report that you want it based on a format that you've created if you prompt it that way. And all of these things are useful For you as a busy contractor who, quite frankly, is stretched thin on every little thing, and there's some things that you probably just don't have time for. And now the AI connector will allow you to have more time back. And speaking of getting time back, I do want to re-emphasize the reality here that most people aren't going to tell you. AI is only as good as the information that it's working with, and it's only as good as you and your prompts. It doesn't matter how powerful AI is. If it doesn't have great information and it doesn't have great prompts, it's not going to do what you're going to want to do. I've already seen users trying to use AI before the AI connector, and they'll spend 30 minutes trying to create a budget or proposal template only to have to scratch it all and just go from scratch and build it out manually, the pre-AI process. And this is what can happen with you when using AI. So you want to make sure that you have great information, great systems in place beforehand. If your JobTread account is inconsistent, you don't have cost codes set up, your jobs are set up differently every single time, or every job you've been guessing on those numbers for your budgets and you've been bleeding on those jobs, AI is just going to continue to create that same mess for you. Think of it as garbage in, garbage out. Unfortunately, AI can't fix that. They literally can only take the information they have and be able to do something with that information. It's very contextual, so you want to make sure that everything is in order before you try and move forward with using AI and this JobTread AI connector. And if you don't have everything structured well with solid systems, templates that actually reflect how your jobs are built, and budgets that get updated frequently, AI is going to build you something that is not very good for you. It's going to build basically a secondary check for you. Yes, it's going to help build a structure, but you're going to have to look through every single line item because nothing is structured very well. So you want to make sure that your system is structured great in the first place before you really start implementing this AI connector inside of JobTread. So what should you actually do with this information? Step one, you should watch JobTread's webinar recording yourself. They walk through exactly how it's set up and even did a live demonstration of what you can do. They used Claude in this case, but you could use any AI software and use some of those prompts they did inside of their live demonstration. They also have within the help desk resources for you on this AI connector so you can learn more about it as well. So make sure to check out those documents also. Step two, before you set it up and have it starting to write everything for you inside of your JobTread, do an honest audit of your account. Are your cost codes actually consistent? Is your job naming convention the same? Are you actually using your templates, or do they need to be updated? Are the budgets you have inside of JobTread accurate? If the answer is no to any of these, fix those things first before you're connecting AI to your JobTread. Step three, keep it simple. I can't repeat that enough either. Keep things simple. Just start with one little part. Much like building out your JobTread, start with the estimates first. That's going to be your most time-consuming thing anyways. So use AI to help you create some better estimates once you have that system set up in place, and only focus on that. And then maybe you start going to customer communication, and then you start talking about the scheduling and so on and so forth. But start with one little part first. Don't try and use AI for everything. Don't overhaul your whole process of how you do a job inside of JobTread just because we now have this AI connector. Start small, start simple. Again, AI is powerful, but if you don't have a great foundation and you don't get down exactly what you want so you can create those prompts to build out the exact same structure every single time, you're going to have a hard time bringing the AI connector into every aspect of your JobTread system. So start with one thing and continue to build on that foundation until you can get everything ran with AI. I'm really excited about this JobTread AI connector. It's a legitimate step forward for JobTread and the community to be able to do things faster and help contractors like you make things more consistent with a well-built system. If you want to get there, if you want your JobTread account actually ready to take advantage of this tool, that's exactly what we do at Refined VA. We'll have a link in the comments if you want to get an audit to see where your system stands right now. And if this video was helpful, make sure to subscribe. I'm putting out content like this every single week. I'll see you on the next one.